on to you Aries out there. So please make sure to get this. Please make sure to actually come by, get some readings from me, as well as go ahead, get my books. Really appreciate it if you would. There's a link in the comment section below called the Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website which has all the ways for you to be able to do so. Shout outs to all the people that have came through so far. Shout outs to all the people that's going to come through in the future. Big announcement before I begin this reading. Starting after this video, whenever it is that I do a reading, instead of just giving y'all 10 cards as the main board, I'm actually going to start giving you 15 cards, right, as the main board. More of what it is that y'all want, less of what it is that y'all don't want. So for you Aries, you have the 9 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. Let me show you. So I definitely see that there's a lot of arrogant people that a lot of you Aries have kind of had to show who's the boss, because a lot of you Aries showed how stupid they were being. And what I mean by that is the 9 of Cups represents confidence. So it represents this people that you used to know, that you do know, but you don't hang out with, being very confident about who they are, where they're from, and where they're going. And they're so confident to the point where it actually ends up being their weakness, because the 2 of Wands and the 7 of Cups is all about how since this is a situation for you, the 2 of Wands is really about how they think that they have the right idea to scrutinize you about how you, Aries, choose to live your life and the decisions that a lot of you are out here making. The 7 of Cups represents how, while they have other people that they could be hanging out with, if they really believed everything that they said, why is it that they haven't gone with those particular people? And the reason why it is that they haven't gone with those particular people is because they don't really actually put much stock in that. They don't, in the sense that what I mean by that is they don't put too much stock in that, right? They don't believe that nonsense that they're talking about those times when they was hanging out with you and they prejudged you. They don't believe that. What they mean to say is, why aren't the 2 of you actually together? Because they want to be with you. The Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands represents, but see, this is what I'm talking about. They're not built for you Aries. They couldn't hang out with y'all. They can't last with a lot of y'all. They're not built for y'all. You're not built, you know what I'm saying? The 2 of you are in entirely 2 different speeds. And what I mean when I say the 2 of you are on 2 different speeds, I mean the Queen of Pentacles represents you Aries being on point, getting yourselves situated financially, right? To where you're setting yourselves up for success now, so that within the next 20 years, if y'all are still around, right, still doing your thing, a lot of you Aries don't have to physically go to a job and work. And a lot of those people can't really understand that vision that you Aries have. They just can't understand that vision. They out here thinking that, you know, you Aries need to teach them everything, do everything for them, be their Lord, be their Savior, be their bailout, you know, that backup plan, their bailout package, you know, and just accept all the nonsense that you did accept when you didn't know any better back in 2021, even back in 2022. But now this is a new day. This is a new era. I ain't even gonna say an era, because eras end. But this is a new day, and this is a new time for a lot of you Aries, where you do understand, hey, you know, you're not delusional. You know, a lot of you Aries actually have accomplished quite a lot. You know, I know some Aries people in my own personal life who, you know, doing great things from, last time I hear, and will continue to do great things, if they are aware, keep their ears close to the ground, you know what I mean? Don't start making crazy decisions. Stay diligent. They're going to continue to do amazing things. They're going to continue to, So it's not to say that this is an illusion or a delusion. You Aries actually have been out here handling your business, doing the things that you need to do. Now, I'm saying all this to say, right, the Knight of Wands, this is the reason why it is that you had to leave them alone. It's because they would periodically come back anyway and try to make it seem like, they're trying to get back together with you. But part of the reason why it is that they periodically they keep coming back, right, in and out. They dip, then they come back, is because of the fact that, yeah, they like you, yeah, they love you and all of that, and they're in love with you. But at the same time, like I said, they need a backup plan. They need a bailout package. They need you Aries to subsidize stuff, give them money so that you can continue to fund their lifestyle and their terrible habits, instead of them breaking their own terrible habits. But a lot of you Aries, you wisen up. A lot of you are like, you know what? You're not hanging around this person. You're not giving them money for their terrible habits. And if they decide that they're gonna hang out with you, they're gonna have to actually come work for you. The two of you are gonna have to actually be in business together. But that's after they spend some time and they build their own thing. You leave them alone while they do their own thing. See the situation, right? Let me break down the game to you. See, the situation for what a lot of you Aries are not understanding is, when somebody is dysfunctional and they talking about they trying to get right, you don't ever bring them into your affairs immediately. What you Aries do, right, just to kind of give y'all some more game, is that what you Aries do is you you stay away from them and let them do their own thing. And if they get themselves established, great. If they don't, you're not in the chaos of that, ruining your own life, trying to save this individual from themselves, right? Because when people are starting from the bottom and they've been F-ups their whole life, or they've been F-ups, they've taken a huge life hit, where it's like, they need space. They need, you know what I'm saying? Like if they have a reputation of being indecent, they need space. So a lot of you Aries, stay out of the way if they were to ever come back, talk about how it is that they're doing right. Let those dysfunctional people show and prove that they are doing right to themselves first and foremost, by them actually changing their habits. But a lot of you Aries, like I said, y'all wisened up and y'all realize that you can't be out here subsidizing people's terrible behaviors. Not if you say that you cared about them and you legitimately care. So the Knight of Wands represents, you realize that at the end of the day, those people couldn't rock with you. They couldn't hold a candle to what you Aries got going on. You're too good for them. So a lot of you decided, like, you know what? It's time for you to actually bounce. And then you have the Knight of Wands. So that's what it is that you did. The Six of Swords right here, the Six of Swords and the King of Pentacles represents how it is that, so you stop hanging out with this individual, but you Aries still understand that, yeah, there's tons of people out here that's just like these individuals that you may have stopped talking to, still just as ready to try to convince you Aries that they've really got something going on, while draining your pockets dry, draining your mental energy, right, dry, draining your physical energy, right? And the reason why it is that I'm saying that is because all of that arguing, See, this is why it is I don't condone arguing, Aries. And this is why you shouldn't condone arguing either. All of that bickering and arguing, all of that confusion that a person is trying to create in the relationship, number one, is tacky. And the reason why it's tacky is because people play games so much, they have this ideology of, oh, well, they don't want it to get stale. They don't want the relationship to become boring, right? First and foremost, why are they picking dysfunction to cure boredom? Second of all, and most importantly, when it comes to that whole boredom, boredom piece, no matter who you are in life, you'll never be bored for long. You know why? Because you don't need to do anything else. You could sit down, if any of y'all have houses, y'all could sit down on your front porch and not do anything but eat ice cream or just chill on your front porch, do whatever. Something finna pop off, because that's just how life is. That's just the ebb and the flow and the rhythm of how life is. You'll have times that are good, that are peaceful. A lot of things are going your way. And then you'll have times where there's problems coming your way, no matter what it is that you're doing. No matter if you're just sitting down on your front porch, or if, for those who don't do that, sitting out on a couch and they're not harming a soul. They're not doing anything. They're not all up in other people's business. Problems come your way regardless of whatever you're doing. Whether you're not doing anything at all as far as going looking for trouble, or whether you are, or whether you're doing too much even though you're not really looking for trouble. You're just doing so much to the point where it creates that problem for itself. So people's ideologies on they need to create problems in the first place is lame, because it speaks to the mentality of the person and how it is that they think, their psychology, right? Their mind, how they think. And I see that a lot of you Aries are prepared for that. And the Five of Pentacles represents how to be honest with you, Aries, it's a broke mentality. It's not even a broke mentality, it's a poor mentality. It's very poor, because they're not really worried about y'all's relationships, making the relationship better, becoming better themselves, as well as you becoming better. No, they're interested in breaking down the relationship, because all that drama, all that drama creates unnecessary mischief. It breaks down the emotional state and the mental state and even the physical state of the people who are in a relationship. Got the other person feeling all dejected and sad and down, about themselves. They don't even want to do anything all day. They just want to lay around the house and just be sorry sacks and do nothing but, just chill and just eat, potato chips and all this other type of stuff and just be lazy. Why? Because the quote unquote vibration of the relationship is low. You got somebody playing games that they think is so cute and all this other type of stuff. And they feel good about doing that type of stuff to the person who they kicking it with. So the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands now is about how, so a lot of you Aries, you got to get out of that. You can't allow someone to play any games with you, right? The Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, you got to give that or offer yourself or get to know someone that isn't into trying to bring you down by creating unnecessary mischief in the first place, right? So a lot of y'all want to know, a lot of y'all want to get better. How can you find that correct person? Let's clarify the Eight of Wands. let's clarify. Okay. You have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Emperor, and then you have the Nine of Cups. To clarify, the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords represents, well, first and foremost, you Aries have to be very precautious of being precautious in the sense that be aware of when it is that you should stay away from others, right? That don't mean you well, but still learn to take chances. As it is that I've said a million times, when it comes to when it comes to just anything, life in general, love, life, finances, everything is pretty much a risk. Nothing is absolute. Nothing is guaranteed, right? The only thing that's absolute is nothing is guaranteed, you know? So, still take chances, because at the end of the day, love and disappointment are unfortunately in the same vein. And what I mean by that is the idea that this is the risk that we all take when we find ourselves trying to choose up on somebody, right? And make it seem like we're interested in them. This is the chance that we take. There's a chance that a person is always playing games or wasting our time and subsequently wasting their own time. So that's the game that we play. The best thing for you to do, like I said, is to just watch out and pay attention, right? And don't get so caught up with the past, in a sense that you can still remember what happened to you in the past. You can feel however you want to feel, but still learn to make that water up underneath that bridge, to let it go, in a sense that move forward, in a sense of moving forward in a healthy way, right? So that now the Knight of Wands is about how, because a lot of you Aries, you know, y'all lives obviously are not over. If you're watching this, obviously, you still have a lot of it to live. You know, you can still find somebody. You just have to be able to actually be receptive and pay attention to who likes you and who doesn't, right? And if they say that they like you, can they hang around you for a long period of time and actually do right by you, right? Not just say it and not just talk up a big game, but actually say that they rock with you, and actually demonstrate that by being around you and meaning the best for you. Then you have the Emperor, and then you have the Nine of Cups. The Emperor, right, represents you Aries anyway, and it represents, and not only that too, but you Aries, the Emperor represents you Aries have to learn to utilize the power that y'all have wisely. A lot of you are, you know, a lot of you Aries, you know, y'all have been putting yourselves in positions to do something that you want to do, to accomplish long-term goals for a long time. And it's all up until just now, or fairly recently, is that you Aries actually started to get the things that you've been working so hard for, right? The fruits of your labor. And what it is that I'm trying to tell you Aries is, don't allow the money or the position or the leverage to start going to your head. Be very wise in how it is that you Aries choose to handle your business. Be wise with that, okay? Be patient. Don't be out here. This is my suggestion, okay? This is what, you know, the Emperor is about power, but you have to understand what the Emperor represents. A good Emperor is a person who knows how to wield power wisely. You wield power through wisdom. You can't, you know, if you get yourself in a position of power and you start disrespecting the people that always had your back from day one, that's not a very wise decision to make. You're basically setting yourself up for a big fall, right? The people who do that. So what it is I'm trying to say is you Aries want to make sure that you look out for the people that's always been there, always believed in you, right? Even when it was tough, and really saw that you had the ability to do your own thing. And then you have the Nine of Cups. And also stop worrying about the people that you know in the past that want to get you down. Stop worrying about them. You work hard, you play hard. Play wisely, work wisely, right? Be strategic. Don't be out here playing in a way where you playing with your nose, if you know what I mean. You snorting stuff, if you know what I mean. And make good, wise decisions, because wise decisions will have you playing, or I should say, have you doing your thing for years to come with little wear and tear as possible. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Listen, I'm trying to get to 20,000 subs. Smash the subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.